Alright, hey guys, welcome back. So just to recap a little bit, in the first episode, Sin attacked Xanarkin and we got sucked up his butt and supposedly got sent 1,000 years into the future. We met up with the Al Bhed and we met a nice girl named Riku, and then Sin attacked the ship and we got thrown overboard into a whirlpool, and who knows where we ended up. So that'll be the beginning of this episode and we'll see where Tidus has landed.
Riku! Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Hey!
So one thing I really like about Tidus is, even though everything is going wrong and he has no idea what's happening, he always has this like happy-go-lucky vibe to him. So we met up with some blitzball players. Meet a guy named Waka.
Yo. Hiya.
You wanna try that move one more time?
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
You know, amateur. Who you play for?
The Xanarkin Abes.
What team you say again?
I meant... forget that. I got too, close to Sin and my head's all foggy like. So, I don't know where this place is. Or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you. But you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon. All right, back to practice. I'm Waka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Alright, so we met another friend, and before I go anywhere, I want to get a few chests. There's a hidden chest over here in this corner. This is an item that I'll use later on in the game. Moon crest. And then way over here, there's a chest. A couple antidotes. And let's talk to Waka.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Xanarkin was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Xanarkand Daves, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better. Maybe.
Alright, so I should probably explain what's going on. We're in a world called Spira, and 1,000 years ago, a massive creature known as Sin attacked and destroyed all of the Machina cities, and Machina are basically machines. So people nowadays believe that Sin was born to repent for everyone's sins, for all the people who used Machina or relied too much on machinery. So basically there's a whole religion built up around not using machines so that Sin won't attack. Kind of interesting, but we're gonna go ahead and move forward and follow Waka to the village. We are in the
Hey, it's this way.
we are in the island of Besaid. And Waka's basically like a big brother type figure.
Huh?
Nah.
What's the big idea?
Alright, so now we have to swim across. There are some hidden chests down here. If I sink to the bottom, they're kind of hard to find though. There's one. Phoenix down. And I think there might be another one back here. Maybe not. Okay. And of course, there are some more piranhas. And Waka uses the blitz ball as a weapon. Kind of cool. So here's another chest. These chests are very hard to spot. Okay, so I skipped ahead a little bit, but basically I was just fighting through a bunch of piranhas and swimming through the waters.
Let me go!
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
A major blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on!
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
Alright, so Waka just recruited me to his blitzball team.
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
It's basically the same thing that Riku was going for. He's basically saying he can take me to Luca, where I might find people I might know at the blitzball
This
tournament.
is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right. So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey, hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory!
Victory.
When you play in a blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
You serious? That's all you gotta do? Alright, so let's continue on into the town. It's kind of sad. This team sucks so bad that they haven't won a single game in 10 years.
Ah, the one from the sea.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
Alright, so onward into the village. The Crusaders are basically the mercenary or military force that tried to fight against Sin when he
Besaid
attacks.
village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there. All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try. Hey, not bad. Okay, now, go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Okay, so now we're in the village, and I'm just gonna go around and collect a couple chests. And there's a shop to my left. Don't really need to go to the shop at the moment, but there's some chests over here. Might as well pick these up. And we'll go talk to Luzu and Gata.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir! The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from towns many times. And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Alright, so we'll go to the temple real quick and we'll talk to people there. So there's temples all over Spira. You can think of it kind of like Christianity. They're all praying to their faith, which is called Yevon. And it's basically a spiritual scripture that explains why Sin attacked, and you'll find out a little bit more as we go.
It was then, standing in that place.
And this is where people go to pray, of course.
I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Alright, so I don't think we need to talk to anyone. Oh, we'll talk to this guy.
Ten years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Well, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to Sin's, toxin.
Just like, oh, okay, you're just stupid.
It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
So we can't go up here quite yet. Only sworn guardians may approach the Cloister of Trials. So we need to actually head back and take a nap with Waka, and then we'll be able to go in the temple. And Waka's little tent is right here. Hello, Waka.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look pushed.
Thanks.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
Another dream.
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
So your father's disappearance, his name is Jet, becomes very important a little bit later on, but I don't want to spoil it
Waka?
at this moment. Alright, so back to the temple. I'll go talk to Waka again. So basically a high summoner is chosen, and he goes on a pilgrimage to defeat Sin. And the last one to do it was
wrong?
10 years ago with Lord
The
Brosco.
summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Like I care. Alright, so there happens to be
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
a summoner in here that hasn't come out in a full day. So I'm gonna go in here and try to figure out what happened to him or her. Strange glyph shows. So throughout the game, we go find various temples to unlock Aeons, which are powerful creatures. And each time we go to one of these temples, we have to complete a puzzle. And all the puzzles are kind of interesting, and there's also like some hidden items that you can find as well if you do it in a certain way. You must use a sphere to go any further. Glyph spheres open the way to the Chamber of the Faith. Destruction spheres open the way to hidden treasures. It seems that Besaid spheres are also necessary. So there's a glyph sphere. You can carry only one glyph sphere at a time. Put this in this door. And we'll go around here. See a sphere-shaped recess. Then over here, another sphere space which checks the symbols. This opens this up, and we can come in here, and here is the Besaid sphere. Go ahead and take that. And there we go. We'll go ahead and put it, I think we should put it here. And that opens a hidden wall. So that's basically the end of the first puzzle. But there's actually a little bit more to it. Down this hallway, there's another hidden wall that can be opened. And what we have to do is we have to actually backtrack, and we have to take the sphere that was in the doorway. And on your first playthrough, you probably won't even think to do this. And then you come over here, and then we put it in this wall, and that should open another door. Then here is where the destruction sphere is. Take the destruction sphere, we'll bring that back, and we will put it in this room, and that will unlock the other wall. How? We found some treasure. So this is the easiest trial. Later on in the game, they get a lot more complex, and they're actually kind of fun to solve sometimes. We found the Rod of Wisdom. You can obtain hidden items by using destruction spheres. There's also another reason to find the destruction spheres. Later on, there's an optional like hidden Aeon that you can find if you completed all of the destruction sphere trials. So it's kind of an interesting bit of knowledge, and you can unlock a very, very powerful Aeon, which is basically a creature that you can use to help in battle.
Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian? Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it?
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
So that is Yuna. And she just became a summoner. She's also the white mage of the party, and the girl in black, Lulu, is the black mage. So Yuna can
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Yuna can learn healing spells.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
So Yuna is basically now going on a pilgrimage alongside her guardians across the world of Spira to unlock more Aeons and hopefully defeat Sin.
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
So this is the first Aeon. Its name is Valcour, and every time we go to a temple, we'll be able to unlock a new and more powerful Aeon. You can use these in any battle.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it. I remember that night we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team. To bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Victory? Victory? Never heard that word before.
Victory! 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 Yeah!
Alright, now let's go talk to Yuna.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
You're a bad man.
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with.
So I broke the tradition by going in the
Yuna.
temple. That's why
Thank
they
you
are
so much
upset.
for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kinda overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's cute, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
So Yuna's a very cute, soft-spoken girl.
Stay away from the summoner!
Alright, so time to go to sleep.
Ready for bed?
Yeah.
Good. Sleep tight.
To me, she kind of represents like the typical Japanese waifu type girl. And obviously Tidus is kind of into her. And another dream. Dream number 3 or 4? Dreaming about Yuna.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey,
Uh-oh.
you said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
You can do it. So from these dreams,
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead.
you kind of see why Titus hates his father. He's kind of a hard ass.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but...
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Lulu's kind of the more mature girl of the group.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Waka's a goof. But yeah, Waka had a younger brother, and he died, I think, a year ago, and he looks sort of like Titus, and that's kind of explains why he's been helping us so much. So we'll go ahead and make another save, and then we'll go out and join the rest of the team.
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
Fancy new sword.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
Love the soundtrack in this game so much. So technically the only reason why I'm going with them is so that I can be on the same boat to go to Luca, and that's like the whole goal at the moment, but later on we'll actually become a guardian and join her. Before I go any further though, there's actually something quite interesting. If I go to the merchant and talk to her and then leave, she'll say something, you know, a funny thing happened. My dog dug something up yesterday. I wonder what it was. So if we go and look for her dog, we'll unlock something really cool for the first Aeon, and it's a new overdrive ability. I'm not really sure where the dog is though. It can be in any one of these shops. It could also be in the temple, but I think it's in this shop. Here we go. obtain something mingled and slobbery. Valcour has learned Overdrive Energy Blast. So it's kind of strange that that's there, but kind of a hidden overdrive ability for the Aeon, and it's actually a more powerful attack. So we're actually going to use that to defeat one of the bosses coming up a little bit later. I could use it early on, but I think I'm going to wait.
Here comes one now. Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday. A flyer! My kind of customer.
Alright, so we leveled up. Let's go ahead and move our thing. Get some more ability points. Oops. Wrong one. I think I can just shift over actually. Move him over here. Increases agility. And then let's go ahead and equip Yuna with the staff we found in the temple. Pretty good staff early on. And we're going to be going through quite a few like tutorial style battles that sort of teach you the basic mechanics of the game.
That looks like trouble.
Ha! Watch this!
Told ya, only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here. Spells of ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means
we should use thunder. So a lot of people are confused about the element attacks in this game, especially when they first start, because you may think it's similar to Pokemon, but it's a little different. Basically, fire is weak against ice, and ice is weak against fire. Water is weak against electricity, and electricity is weak against water. So kind of odd, but once you learn it, it's pretty easy to keep track of it.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
So they're basically saying goodbye to their home.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chappu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat. That should do it.
Alright, let's go ahead and make another save. And we'll do a couple more like tutorial style battles while on our way to the boat. Something written here. Kilika and Bicanel join as one. And it seems like there's like a chest way up there or a save point. That's something I think we can return to later on in the game. Now we meet the next guardian. His name is Kumari. It's basically like a Tiger Man. I guess you would consider this to be a boss fight, but you don't really do anything, you just keep attacking them, and after a couple turns it'll end. It's kind of just testing your strength.
That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kumari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kumari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
See, that was kind of random. We also got a item that we can equip to Lulu. She usually has a Moogle that she carries around, but you can change that to other items and they have different abilities. So now she has a Cactar. And we'll just keep journeying on. Next battle we'll be able to summon our Aeon, and you'll see that mechanic.
A flyer! That's your department, right?
True, true. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
Alright, so at any moment throughout a battle, you can switch out your characters, and it doesn't cost a turn or anything, so it's pretty nice.
First real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Look at that Cactar.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and summon Valcour. I always love watching their summon animations. There's an option in the options menu that you can make it shorter if you like summoning a lot. It can get kind of repetitive if you have to watch it every single time. But here is Valcour. He has two main attacks here. His Sonic Wing ability delays the enemy turn, allowing you to attack twice sometimes, which is kind of cool. And then he also has Black Magic. He can use various abilities, and you can learn new ones later on. This creature doesn't have any weaknesses though, or I don't believe he does. So I'm just going to be using a random piece of Black Magic each time. You guys probably can't see, but in the right-hand side of the screen, the top right-hand side, you can see the turn order, and it basically determines when you should use the Sonic Wing ability and when you should use a normal attack. So it's kind of interesting. Sometimes if you use the Sonic Wings, it won't actually delay the turn, so you always want to like watch the side screen to see if it's worth it or not. So we'll just continue using different abilities. He's about to die. I think one more hit, maybe. Probably could have used a spell to finish him off, but this'll do it. There we go, we defeated him. And as you saw there, I almost had a full overdrive meter. And when that's full, I can do a very, very powerful attack. And I also got a new item, some sort of bangle for Lulu. Dark Ward. I think there's one more tutorial mission that I'll show you. Throughout this playthrough, I'm not going to show you every single battle. I'm just going to show you the like more important ones.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
Yeah. Dark attack. This inflicts darkness. And darkness drastically reduces the monster's accuracy. Switch back to Titus. Get his overdrive up. Okay, so yeah, so kind of some interesting like mechanics here. There's a lot of like rock, paper, scissors type mechanics where Waka is very accurate, so he usually attacks the flying enemies. Titus is very quick, and he likes to attack the more agile ground enemies. And then Lulu is an elementalist. There's also some other types of monsters that we'll find later on in the game that have like higher defenses, and you need someone who can like pierce their armor. So there we go. Didn't take any damage because he was inflicted with darkness. Kind of cool. We've got a bright arm guard. We can equip that as well. Wait, arm guard. There we go. And we should be about to the end. I'll show you just real quick the rock, paper, scissors mechanic. So Titus always attacks these ground enemies. Then Waka always attacks the flying enemies. And then Lulu finishes off the elemental ones. Wow. Love that cactuar. I actually have one in the corner back there. A little plush of a cactuar. Alright, so hopefully there won't be any more battles. We'll finish this. Yep, here we go. Finally made it back to the boat. And we will set sail on our journey. And let's go ahead and level up our characters. We learned Flee, so we can actually run away from those random encounters if we don't want to mess with them. Might as well save. And onto the boat. Hooray! What's up, Waka? So I think some of these people will give us some items for our journey. A Seeker's Ring. I think we can give that to Yuna. HP plus 10%, that's actually a pretty good item. Alright, so everyone's basically saying goodbye. I think we have to wait for them to come on board. Don't think there's a chest over here. We'll just talk to a couple of them. So these are the people that Yuna grew up with, and they're all saying goodbye. I think this guy gives us something. Yep. 400 kill. Alright, so on our way. So I really love the setup of the game. Becoming a guardian and just setting out on this grand, epic adventure on a pilgrimage to defeat a terrifying monster.
Goodbye.
You'll see everyone doing that prayer a lot throughout the game. It's kind of just like best wishes to you. And on our way to Kilika Port.
Boo!
I don't know what Titus is doing here. kind of like a monkey sometimes. This part's kind of funny. Ooh la la. Lulu's kind of like an older sister to Yuna. You may notice the game lag a little bit every so often. That's not the game, it's more because I'm recording at the same time and my CPU isn't the greatest. When you normally play this game, there isn't really any of that lag. So let's go ahead and talk to Waka.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
So the plan is we're going to stop at Kilika, go to the first temple, unlock another Aeon, and then we're supposed to go to Luca, where the Blitzball tournament is played, and then I'm going to help them win the tournament, and then they're supposed to just leave me there, but that'll change shortly. Before I go any further though, I want to go around the other side of the ship, and there's a guy we can meet, which is kind of interesting, sort of a side character down here.
Ooh, those fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. Or me name's not Awaka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Awaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet. But someday, the name Awaka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gil to lend?
So Awaka's a traveling merchant, and if you're generous and give him some money early on, then he'll have discounted prices later on in the game, and late game he'll actually sell some very powerful equipment that you can actually get a lot of your money back by doing so. So I'm going to give him 1,001 gold.
I guess it pays to ask, thank ye kindly, lad. Fine seed money for the Awaka merchant empire.
There'll be other opportunities to give him more money, so just giving him what I have currently. So like I said before,
what the heck is that?
people in this world don't like technology or machines.
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door.
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
So in their belief, basically technology or electricity or machines, they attract sin. So they have to resort to primitive sources of power. And that's why they're using the giant chickens known as chocobos, which are they're in every Final Fantasy chocobos. And here there's a chest, got a remedy, a little briefcase that'll give us a potion. One thing that's interesting about this briefcase is if you have less than 20 potions, you can keep kicking it to get as many potions up to 20. So that's something a lot of people probably don't know, but potions are kind of worthless, especially considering they don't heal a whole lot. So yeah, let's talk to these guys. I don't think they have much to say.
I'm not at liberty to talk about our plan.
Restricted area. Our operation depends on this cargo.
So they have some sort of hidden cargo back there. So we're gonna go ahead and save here. This will be the last save of this video, I believe. We're gonna go back upstairs, talk to Yuna, and then trigger the next event.
Word is, that summoner's got noble blood.
I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter.
You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
So Lord Braska was the statue that we found in the temple. He defeated Sin 10 years ago.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Oh, that camera angle.
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
We'll go talk to Yuna. And then there'll be a boss fight coming up soon.
The wind. It's nice.
I have no idea why they're laughing. There's multiple points throughout the game where Tidus will just start laughing like a maniac. I don't know why. Kind of just showing his
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
go-lucky
You
attitude.
hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Bum bum bum.
Jacked. My father. His name is Jacked.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkin.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here. Are you not?
So the story gets a little bit more interesting. So 10 years ago, Tidus's father came to Spira and was Braska's guardian, which is Yuna's father. Every time you hear that music, you know who's coming. Oh no. This is the first time you actually get to see partially what Sin looks like. I compare him to Godzilla, but Sin can also fly. So he's kind of like a giant flying whale, although a little bit more terrifying than that.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it.
Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
Going fishing. Going whaling. Alright, so this is the next boss fight. Sin scales from the beginning of the game. Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and kill 2 of the Sin scales. Actually, I don't even really need to do this. Let's go ahead and let's actually just summon our Aeon. He has his ability. I believe his overdrive will hit all of the enemies. I could be mistaken. But we're going to use the overdrive to make this boss fight a little bit shorter. So we have to defeat the Fin that's out in sea alongside the little guys below. So I have 2 abilities. Energy Blast is the new one that we received. And yes, it attacks everything. Actually, no, it doesn't. Oh, I can either kill the 3 guys on the ground or I can attack the Fin. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the Fin. What I should have done is I should have killed 2 of the little guys first before summoning Valcour, but that's fine. Pow, 1500 damage. Alright, so it's time to send this guy away. And bring the rest of our party back in. And then we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and kill some of these Sin scales. The camera angle's very strange here. Oh wait, I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm gonna kill the one that's flickering first. Hopefully we can kill it before it does too much damage. It's gonna do its attack. Oh well. That did a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and kill this one off. And I'm gonna switch out Yuna for Lulu. Let's go ahead and use Black Magic on the boss. Then we'll use Kumari to finish off this one. So the reason why I'm doing it like in this order is because if you defeat the 3 Sin spawns, the Fin will summon 3 more. So it's best to just leave one active. But we can go ahead and just kill the Fin at this point. that should kill it. Doesn't really matter what we do. Thunder. You can kind of get a sense of the scale. Sin is absolutely massive. There's a reason why they've never been able to defeat it before. So although it wasn't really shown, Tidus got swept off the deck. And Waka's gonna go try to save him. Not really sure why they decided to skip that. Like, they should have at least shown something. And Waka throws him a potion, or it's probably a Phoenix Down. In Final Fantasy games, Phoenix Downs are revives. Yeah, thumbs up. Thanks, Waka. Dolphins. And now we're thrown immediately into another boss fight. Boss fight after boss fight. So I am a little bit low on health, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my overdrive. I could probably be a better idea to heal up, but oh well. Ow, 400 damage. And we're gonna use Dark Attack, which will inflict darkness on this boss. This boss is actually extremely powerful, especially at this point in the game and only having 2 characters. So what do I want to do here? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my special, which is Cheer. This will boost the strength of both of my characters and also give me some damage resistance. And with Waka, I'm going to use a High Potion. X potions fully restore HP, high potions restore 1000, and potions restore 200. Give that to Tidus. That's fully healed. So even though I inflicted darkness, this boss has a special attack that'll still hit me that I need to watch out for. This will do like over 100 damage to both my characters. Yeah, 112. So that's why I needed to heal up there, otherwise I would have died. And there's little little fishes on the side, sin scales. The reason why I'm not attacking them is because they'll just keep spawning, and there's no real point to take them out. Be dead soon. I think one more hit will kill it. Oh, I forgot to use my darkness attack. Crap. Oh, he still missed. That was really lucky, because so the darkness attack, whenever an enemy is inflicted with darkness, it only lasts 3 turns. And the darkness wore off, so I could have been hit by that, but luckily I wasn't. I think he's very close to dying, so I'm just going to kind of risk it here. Yeah, there we go. I played the game so many times in the past, I kind of have an idea of how much health they have. I think this boss has like 2,000 health. Maybe a little bit less. And victory. So we defeated the boss and got a bunch of levels. Got some new equipment, the Ice Brand and Water Ball. There is elemental weapons that you can equip. But Sin broke free and is now attacking Kilika Port. And these people have no idea what's about to hit them. It's kind of crazy because Sin isn't even attacking. Just like the power of his massive body, I guess, is just causing all this destruction. So a bunch of people just died in Sin's attack, and this will
When Sin
conclude
attacked Zanarkand that day,
this
I woke
chapter.
up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Alright, so we're now in the destroyed port of Kilika, and we'll find out what the survivors think. So yeah, this is a good stopping point. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this Let's Play, and hopefully you'll join me for the next episode as well. So yeah, I don't know. I just really love this game, and can't wait to get into the further chapters. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.